Hello, I'm Eddie Hazard here at the Santa Clara Convention Center in Santa Clara, California for the annual Travel and Adventure Show. We're going to be here Saturday and Sunday. That's the 23rd and 24th. Hey, what's up? How you been? Meeting some of my friends I haven't seen in a long time from Fiji, ladies and gentlemen. Bula, bula. Bula was saying hello here. They're going to have skin diving, they're camel riding. They're going to have stuff to eat, things to do. If you haven't been, oh, here's my boys. My buddies are here behind me, getting ready to start it up. So let's kick back and watch them, ladies and gentlemen, while they do their thing, all the way from Fiji. And you just heard the man in charge over the intercom there, Mr. John Golitz, welcoming everybody coming in here to the Television Adventure Show. If you haven't come here before, ladies and gentlemen, you're missing out on a good time. They have stuff to eat here from all over the world. We have places to go all over the world. That's why it's called the Travel Adventure Show. When you get here, you're going to definitely travel somewhere. You're going to have a staycation or a vacation. You're going to eat till you pass out, and it's all free, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to walk away with something. No one leaves here empty-handed. So as you can see, the people are piling in here right now. So come on down. It's going to be here on the 23rd and 24th. That's Saturday and Sunday. This Sunday till 5 o'clock. So come here, enjoy yourself, and you see the people just walking all over the place. Can't wait to get to their favorite booths, ladies and gentlemen. So kick back, relax. We're going to be here all day. We're going to have a good time. Oh, the camera's on me, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy yourself. I'm Eddie Hazard. I'm going to go have some fun. So kick back, relax. See you in a minute. Hi, everyone. I'm here at my favorite booth here when I come to the Travel Adventure Show. The Fiji booth, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful coral. We're going to talk to the man himself, and he's going to give you a little bit information about what's going on here. Give me your title, your full title. Every time I come here, you're treating me nice, and we drink kava. They're going out to get it ready. Give me your full title here.
Actually, I'm the director of the Conservatorium of Music, and we're here as stakeholders with the Tourism Fiji. And so we're traveling just to showcase Fiji everywhere here in America, and we're proud of Fiji.
And explain the dish here where they serve the kava tea.
This is the kava bowl, and kava is the traditional drink of the Fiji Islands and also throughout the Pacific. And so when you visit the Fiji Islands, you will go through, most likely you will go through a kava ceremony when you visit the villages. And it's a very significant ceremony for us. And accepting the kava when you go to the villages means you come in peace. And rejecting the kava means you're coming to fight.
But what if you have a stomachache?
That'll be acceptable. we can work around that one. But in the olden days, it was only the drink for the nobles and the kings. And so now it's a social drink amongst young men and young women, also the family and the community. And so this is the way that brings our family, we keep our family close together. We gather around the kava bowl and sing songs and have a few bowls. But it's traditionally it's one of the most significant things that you'll go through in Fiji.
Who prepared Samoan culture? The woman prepares the dish, the young woman. What about in Fiji customs?
In Fiji, it's the men. It's the men. But if you want to get a little bit more in a social setting, I guess if the women prepares it, that makes it more tastier, they say.
You Fijians.
Yeah. But normally it's the men that serves the kava in Fiji. In the olden days, it was just the immediate family of the noble chiefs and the kings that served the kava. And I guess that's a strategy to keep enemies away, and so we don't want anybody to poison the king or anything. So it's just immediate sons and family or brothers that serve the kava.
And what can I look forward to when I come to Fiji?
Everything.
Oh, I love
everything.
it.
The spirit. They call it the billionaire, not the billionaire, but the billionaire. It's just a lifestyle that I guess everybody would love to enjoy, and it's just inexplainable. But happiness.
And Bula means hello.
Yes, Bula means hello, and also it means, literally it means life. So when you say Bula to someone, you're actually wishing that person life.
Bula.
Bula.
All right, all right. You have a website at all?
Yes, we do. It's on Tourism Fiji, www.tourismfiji.com.
So come on down here, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting ready to fix the kava. I guess I came too early to test it, or taste it rather. They're supposed to be going out there to get in the water and mixing it. So come on down here to Santa Clara Convention Center, to the travel show. Come to the Fiji booth, and you're going to see my man here. He's going to help you give the tradition of the traditional kava drink here. And I see the two guitars here. Where are the guys?
They've gone to change, and so as soon as they come back, we'll have a little bit of music, and then we'll have kava.
Oh, look out now. I'm going to go get my crackers. So stay tuned. We're going to have more in a second. Hi, everyone. I'm here at the Yosemite booth here with Therese.
Hi.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have an excellent time every time I come to the Yosemite booth. They had virtual reality, and they're going to have that here again this year. So come on down to the travel show. Therese, what do we got going here this year?
Oh, we've got so much fun happening at our booth. So you're right, we've got the virtual reality. So it'll actually take you on a journey through all the different destinations in Yosemite National Park, the South Gate, the West Entrance. So come on down, and we're also launching a new campaign called the Welcoming Committee. So you see all our wild animals. It's going to be really loud. You're going to see lots of wild animals about this coming year. So we're very excited that we're going to be launching the 1st of April. You can win a wonderful Yosemite Adventure package. Yeah, it's really fun. And right now we've had record rains and snow. So with that brings beautiful flowers and also the waterfalls. So we've got the largest waterfall in the United States.
In the United States?
Yeah, of the northern United States. And which is great. And even now there's probably still some snow. And I think the ski fields, now that we're getting more snow, it's going to be a great place for people if they're still considering to go out and check out some snow that's still about. But really, Yosemite and Oakhurst and Mariposa is a great place for people to come and come and stay at one of the vacation places. We've got the Redwoods here, which are beautiful cabins, Sierra Vacation Rentals. So there's lots to Tenaya Lodge. There's really a lot of options for people to stay at all different levels, families.
So if I come down, I'm going to be able to see the firefall?
The Firefalls, no, that was a good couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I missed that. I'm always
I
a day late, $1 short. Yeah, no.
But that's okay. But the waterfalls are great.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, that is February next year. To just keep an eye out. So Mother Nature, she's the one that determines everything.
Oh, that's true. Mother Nature owes me money.
Yeah. So we really can't do much about what she's going to do, but I can tell you she's definitely turned on the waterfalls. The flowers are going to be popping, and come to visit Yosemite, Madera County. We'll be happy to provide you all the information for all the destinations and where you can stay, what you can do.
Well, Therese, again, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Come on down here at the Travel Adventure Show. Come talk to her. She has pamphlets. She's going to see smiley animals that are having a good time.
Yes.
And so kick back, relax. They're showing us a little video here. Oh, we're not on the video, though. We're on this camera.
Okay.
This is all new because we're going live. So kick back, relax. There's more to see. See you in a second. Bye.
Thank you.
Hazard here again. I'm with Ranger Tim. What's your last name, Tim?
Holzem.
Tim Holzem here. He's going to tell us about the pelts here in Tulare County.
Yep.
And start with this one here, Tim. What do we got?
We got a black bear. In California, we only have black bears. Even though all black bears aren't black, they kind of come in all the colors that our hair does. I've seen blonde bears, I've seen red-haired bears, but we only have black bears in California. But it's kind of funny they put that word black in the name of them because they come in all the colors that our hair colors do.
I think they saw it at nighttime.
Yeah, they could be. Or on the East Coast, they're all black too. So yeah. But out here in California, things are a little different. We have that tan landscape in the summertime. So I think they've kind of adapted over time to having different color furs that are a little bit lighter. So this brown. This is a brown black bear here. But
how big do they get?
they get to be probably our size. Maybe maybe together if we were going into hibernation.
Maybe like 300-400 pounds.
Yeah, 300 or 400 pounds would be that'd be a big bear, and in the fall going into hibernation.
Yeah, that's a big bear.
Yeah, that would be.
And this is a bear skull.
This is the black bear skull. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. And then over here we have our friend that most people stay away from, the skunk, you know, nocturnal. So we don't get to see them very often, but you know, we do know that they're around. So
If you see one in the daytime, you think it's sick since they are nocturnal? No.
sometimes they're probably just coming in and out of their den or something, foraging. Yeah. So, but mostly they're nocturnal creatures because I think there's a lot of things like this coyote that's out more in the daytime that might want to kill them. So, just being the predator. So they kind of stay away and have their little niche at night.
But that spray might get them away, don't you think?
It would, but you know, even the skunk doesn't want to spray because they don't like the smell of it either. That's only when they get really, really mad. So that's why they turn around and kind of flick that tail up and get away from it because they don't even want to be a part of that, and they only want to spray if they have to.
You learn something every day, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got here, Tim?
Coyote skull. And then, of course, our mountain lion, our biggest cat that we have up in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. They can get about 6 feet long, another nocturnal animal. So we don't really see much of them, but we do find evidence of them. And they love to eat our deer.
Have you seen a mountain lion?
I have not. I have not. No, for growing up there for 20 years, and I've never seen a mountain lion. But any guest that comes, they could see it. You know, maybe the jumps across the road that day. So you never know. So.
And this is a deer here.
This is from the deer here, and we have mule deer up in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. Yes, just the mule deer. So with their big ears that they have. Yeah.
So
and then,
this isn't a mule deer.
This is from a mule deer antler, and this time of year they actually lose their antlers, and they'll be growing them back out all through the year.
So this is a month of spring, March.
Spring and March, and so their antlers are actually falling off. We found this one just laying up there out in the woods.
That's a big mule deer there.
It is a big mule deer. So, and then they'll start growing them back out again each year. So
now Tulare County has some of the biggest trees in the world here, right? The sequoias.
The biggest tree in the world, the General Sherman tree, up in Sequoia National Park.
How big is that one?
Oh, it is huge. It's over 300 feet tall. It's probably about 2,500 years old.
Holy moly.
Its base is about 40 feet in diameter.
Yikes!
Yes.
Yikes! Now we see some cones here.
Yep, these are cones from the giant sequoia, and this is from a sugar pine actually. These can grow about as long as my arm. This is the tallest pine tree in the forest, but the giant sequoia cones are only about the size of a chicken egg.
Amazing.
There's about 200 little seeds. They're only the size of a piece of oatmeal.
Let's see if we can get that on camera.
Yeah, let me see if I can even open one up here.
Oh, I thought that was in water. Get a close-up of that. That's how little the seed is.
So that will start as a tiny little seed, and the giant sequoias from that can grow all the way up to these just huge trees here, like we see in this picture here. National Geographic actually came out and did a photo shoot.
National Geographic?
Took a picture of this whole tree.
And there's the guy at the bottom.
There is, and there's actually another guy up here for perspective.
Wow.
So, okay, got to climb this tree, and on the inside that tree, they found a whole ecosystem within that tree growing of all these different plants and animals that actually live inside the giant sequoia tree. So each tree has its own habitat.
Even the salamander here.
Yep, up inside those trees. And like I said, these trees can be up to 3,000 years old. So they've stood in that forest for a long, long time.
Tim, is there anything in closing you want to?
No, come visit us in Tulare County. We have some great things besides these giant sequoias. We have the deepest canyon with Kings Canyon up there. Kings Canyon National Park's right next to Sequoia, and it's one of the deepest canyons. The Grand Canyon thinks that they're a little deeper, but eventually I think we beat them by a little bit. But yeah, come visit us. We got great whitewater rafting, visit these trees, hiking, come play in the snow. So visit our cities. Lots of fresh fruit too. We have a lot of agriculture down in Tulare County also. So.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have a website?
We do have a website. You can go to Sequoia National Park on Google Sequoia or Kings Canyon National Park. And then also within Tulare County, we have some, I'm not sure of their website that they're giving out here too. So.
What did you think when you became a ranger you get to wear that nice hat?
I thought this was the best part of the whole job, that I get to wear this special hat. You know? I did. I put it on for the first time, I remember, and just kind of
took a picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Tim, it's been a pleasure. Come on down to Tulare County.
Yes.
You're going to meet Ranger Tim here. We're here at the Arizona booth with one of the lovely cooks here, Maria. Maria, tell us a little bit about the booth here.
Well, I'm personally a chef from Tucson, Arizona, and I'm here to represent a great state. So I brought you the Sonora Desert to the Bay Area. Everything it is actually sourced locally in Tucson, Arizona. So we had the wheat berries growing Tucson, and the green stuff that you see right there is what is called a cholla bud. The cholla bud is pretty much the top of the cactus flower, and it's funny because you said it's caviar, so it's pretty much the caviar, the desert of the caviar of the desert.
I knew what was going on.
So that's it, you know. Arizona, the whole state has a lot to offer. Tucson right now is booming.
My brother lives there.
Yeah, we actually the city of gastronomy, named by UNESCO. So it's one of those things that is very easy to represent because the food in the community is so welcoming that it's a breeze.
Maria and Morgan.
Maria Mazon, M-A-Z-O-N, and I am the chef and owner of Boca Tacos y Tequilla in Tucson, Arizona.
I love it. I love it. Well, don't keep me hanging. Let me try one. Thank you, Maria. You are so nice to me. All
Enjoy.
right. All right. Now.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Oh, that was quick. Okay. This is really good. Little salty. The caviar cactus is a little like caviar, but it's a little salty in that. And this is all out of the desert. You're not supposed to talk with your mouth full. I'm up here sweating because the food's good, ladies and gentlemen. It's delicious. We're here with the man himself. I've known him for 100 years, Mr. Peter Greenberg. Peter?
Are you just accusing me of being 100 years old?
Okay, 99 years old, not 100. Peter, where can a person get the best bang for their money today for traveling?
The first thing happens to be a conversation. If you don't have a conversation and you just do it online, you are already by definition a loser.
Wow.
Yes, because only 52% of the available inventory is online. So there you are in your bathrobe at 2 o'clock in the morning, feeling all happy and satisfied that you hit the right keystrokes. You've disenfranchised yourself from 48% of what's out there.
Amazing.
Have a conversation. Achieve common ground. Ask questions that go beyond the rate but deal with value.
Wow. Wow. Tell me about obtaining insurance, travel insurance. Is that a good deal?
It's a good deal if you have a relatively sizable investment in your trip. If it's a $59 ticket on Southwest, don't do it. And under no circumstances do you buy the insurance that's offered by the travel provider themselves.
Why is that?
Because the policy language isn't beneficial to you. It protects them. Or, in a worst case scenario, if the travel provider goes out of business, so does your insurance. What you want to do is go to a third party and make sure you have a proper investment. If it's a $59 ticket, don't do it. If it's a $5,000 cruise, absolutely do it.
Do you have any special ones?
Well, I don't sell insurance, so you made it sound like I've got a special insurance policy. Well, that's what it sounded like. No. My special advice is this. You need to have something called medical evacuation and repatriation insurance. That's what's going to save you. And if it's done the right way, if you get sick or injured anywhere around the world, they will, first of all, consult with your own personal physician. They will then get you stabilized medically in that location, and then if necessary, fly you back to the doctor and medical facility of your choice. That's the perfect example of great policy language in a medical evacuation and repatriation policy. Not every policy says that. There are a lot of policies that say they'll fly you back to the doctor and medical facility of their choice. Very bad idea, because then you become the victim of the lowest bidder.
Right.
You don't want to do that. Make sure the policy language is actually beneficial to you, but you have to have the policy.
Okay. I'm a couple, and we have limited income, but we want to take a little vacation, not a stay vacation. What do you recommend that a person, couple, could go, save their money pretty good?
Unless it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving or the Friday before the Super Bowl, it's a buyer's market globally right now because the power of the dollar is so strong against so many foreign currencies. You have so many people not coming to the United States right now because of their perception of the American immigration policy, and you have the confusion over Brexit. That's a trifecta. That's a trifecta for passengers who want to take advantage of that confusion and frustration. So there are airfares right now that are much cheaper to Europe than within the United States. There are great deals on Amtrak that nobody knows. Amtrak goes to 500 destinations in America and nobody knows.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Well, not anymore because I just told you.
So if I'm going to go, where would you say, Eddie, go here, you'd have a great time?
Well, I'd go to the flyover states. I'd go to Minnesota. I'd go to Wisconsin. I'd go to Indiana and Iowa. And stay off the interstate. I call them one-tank trips.
Why is that?
Fly there, rent a car, then go anywhere you want on one tank of gas, make it a 2-day trip, and stay off the interstate. You will see America, and you'll have a great time.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's the problem. We travel and don't see America. It's just beautiful. Look at California, where we're in right now. Yeah, you're living in New York, or you're in Cali?
I live in L.A. and New York.
There you go.
Bi-coastal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bi-coastal. You have anything to say in closing that people should be aware of, or just make people knowledgeable?
Yeah, you should never, ever take a no from somebody who's not empowered to give you a yes in the first place. People get that all the time and they just walk away. No. If the person who's empowered to give you a yes then gives you a no, then it's no. But the first person you get on the phone, or the first person you encounter 9 out of 10 times is only empowered to tell you no. Find the person, male or female, who can give you a yes. Don't have an adversarial conversation, have a teamwork conversation, and you might be surprised that you're going to get the yes.
Couldn't have said it better. What a professor, huh? Look, you got the ladies smiling, man. Look at that. The guy in the back is clapping. What can I say, Peter?
I always want a guy in the back clapping.
You can't see it on film, ladies and gentlemen. Peter, do you have a email address we can reach yet?
Yes, I do a website that is not transactional in any way. We don't sell anything. We're giving people information. It comes out every week. It's got the most imaginative name in the world, petergreenberg.com.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Just sign up. It's free. And I guarantee you will see stuff in there that will help you become a better traveler, because you don't want to be a victim. You want to be proactive so that you can actually get to the experience you actually want to enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't have said it better. We're here with Peter Greenberg. Thank you for your time here at the Travel Adventure Show in Santa Clara, California. When I see him in Los Angeles, he's as friendly and cool as he is up here. Sit back, sit back, relax. We're going to have more in a minute. I'm here with a lady that I love talking to. I won't say what happened last time that I talked to Patricia Schultz, but I disagreed with everything she said. We edited it out, and it came out really beautiful. And she was so courteous. She didn't get upset. She just thought it was a great interview. Patricia Schultz, it's a pleasure meeting you again. And we just missed you up on stage. We were listening. And what I want to ask before we get to your travels, how did you come up with the name 10,000 Places to See Before You Die? And how do we go from there?
Okay. The name is 1,000 Places.
Why did I say 10,000?
Because you're determined to undermine this whole interview. 1,000. And there were so many spin-offs that were 1001, so I have to keep reminding people the actual title was 1,000 Places to See Before You Die. And there actually was some pushback. People thought it was too alarming, and people said you don't put die on the cover. But in fact, I think most people understood that it was about living, not about dying. So I had been traveling my whole life, and in my head I had this growing list of great places that you simply had to see in your lifetime. And it was a real composite. It was a real mixed salad of natural beauty and man-made beauty and festivals and the very well-known, the Taj Mahals and the Grand Canyon, but also the very small, way off the beaten, the esoteric places. So I found a wonderful publisher who was on the same page as I was, and kind of the rest is history.
So what advice do you give to a person who's coming up to a writer? Like I'm a comedian, and the advice the elders give is to always have a notebook by your bed. That's what we give to the young comics. What advice would you give to get started? I mean, not so much tonight by your bed, but what advice for someone just getting started?
Well, things were so different when I started, but I think you need to always network. You need to, talk and meet people, and always be kind and always be giving and generous to those who follow in your footsteps, but also people that, can hopefully help down the road for yourself, because at the end it always seems to be, somebody you met along the line who kind of resurfaces and is helpful for your next big gig, your next big thing. And also to always say yes. I always said yes to everything and then kind of figured it out later. And there were many a times when I thought maybe the yes part was a mistake, but ultimately everything worked to my benefit.
Yeah, that's part of when you're going into an adventure, uncertainty is one of the signs,
You push yourself and you go beyond what is your comfort zone. It's, so much has been said about your comfort zone, but that a lot of stuff doesn't happen in your comfort zone. So even the Dalai Lama says always do something that makes you a little afraid or a little bit anxious, because that means that you're in an area that's new and exciting and hopefully educational and inspiring, and can open up new doors. And it's always that door or doors that you want to open and present new opportunities and new things, new destinations in my case.
Now, when you open the door, you're just trying to say we're doing stuff legal, positive. So you're right.
Sure.
That's correct.
Yeah, but that's true.
Did you ever meet the Dalai Lama at all?
I've been to a few events where he spoke, so I was in the same room, and for me that was more than enough, because his energy is just so lovely and invigorating and really kind of goes to your heart, speaks to you.
I want you to hit me with this poll here. I had a chance to meet the Dalai Lama here a mile from my house in Oakland at Lake Merritt. He spoke at the Oakland Auditorium. Now, the problem was I was working, I couldn't get off in time, and I went home rather than go to the...
Yeah.
So you want to pick that up and hit me with it? Or?
No, because you'll live with that the rest of your life.
I'm hoping. So,
no, but it was enough that you had the desire to see him in your
yeah.
heart. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And thinking about it right now, just go, wow. Tell us where have you gone recently you want to tell us about?
Well, I'm returning to 3 of my favorite places in a few weeks and for the duration of the year. And one is the south of France. I know it is very beautiful. Maybe. And I'm going on a river cruise. So I was speaking at the show today about European river cruises because they're so popular. And this is an area that I've been to, the south of France, but by car and visiting friends, etc. But here you actually get on a boat, and it's a 1-week kind of floating hotel. You unpack once, and then everything is taken care of for you. And it's the Rhone.
Tours?
No, but I've traveled with Palace. They're wonderful. Now, this is a river in the south of France. There are actually 3 river cruises in France, and the most popular is from Paris on the Seine River. And there's another one in Bordeaux, and this is in the south, and it's on the Rhone. And you go up past Arles, Avignon, and up to Lyon. And then from Lyon, you continue to Paris by coach. So that's pretty cool. Yes, there most definitely is. See, you know. And you almost always start in Amsterdam, and then you sail south through Germany, Austria, through France, and then you wind up in Switzerland. So that's a great choice. And then the third popular one is the Danube, because we've all heard about the Danube since you were 6. The not so blue Danube.
Not anymore.
No, but it's wonderful. It's so popular these days because people are hearing more about it, and they understand there's more than just one river. There are many, and the itinerary for each is very different from one to the next.
So I'm in the States. Where's a nice place for couples to travel? Not too much money, but they have enough money to eat dinner every night. Well, where would you suggest?
In the world?
No, in the United States.
You say, well, my list is this long. Have you got a few hours?
Yeah, I got a few hours.
Well, if it was me, because I love big cities and I love everything they offer, the music and the concert halls and the museums, and so I live in New York. I'm a little biased. It continues to be the center of the universe for me, and I also love Chicago.
Never been to Chicago. My family's been to Chicago visiting. They really like it.
It's so
really
beautiful.
Like
Maybe not in the winter time.
No.
It's a little chilly,
Windy
but
City.
and cold. Forget the wind. It's like snowy and raining, and in the springtime and in also the summertime, they have incredible music festivals, and to go out on the water in the summertime is beautiful, and a real food scene. I mean, really high end, as well as hot dogs and beef sandwich. Like all of the kind of slumming it, and I love the Four Corners area to kind of base yourself in Santa Fe, and to get a car and do some of the national parks, and to see some of the Indian pueblos, and again, great food, and a lot of Monument Valley and Utah. That area of the Four Corners has incredible national parks, and really just to go on a road trip, because visually it's like driving through a postcard, and so much of our early Western movies were filmed there, and so it all looks very familiar, the old John Wayne movies and everything, and it's really stunning countryside. And you see people who come from the other side of the world to see what we have here in our backyard.
Well, you're going on your new book, 10,000 Places to See.
You're making more work for me, so now I've got another 9,000 to come up with. Yeah, just another 9,000. I can do that.
Do you have a website that people out here who definitely want to watch, because we're going live right now?
1000places.com. And I also have a newsletter that shows you every month where you can come and travel with me.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm very late to the party, but I finally signed on with Instagram.
Look at you.
I know, I'm like the last kid on the block, but I have a lot of social media going on with Facebook.
You do.
Yeah. I know,
partner.
we're friends.
We're friends on Facebook.
We are.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you also. Well, again, I can't thank you enough. This is a much better interview than last time. I'm not going to go home needing a psychiatrist from last time.
Imagine next year we'll have this.
9,000 places.
Yes, and then some.
I can't thank you enough. Always a pleasure talking to you and like that. If you haven't read her book or listened to her lecture, you're missing out.
Please come.